But yeah, that was a concert that greatly affected me, and it was a turning point for me musically. It just turned me on my heels, and after that, I really got a taste of what, you know, the Memphis Horns were there, and Billy Preston was on organ.
Billy Preston and Sarita died just recently. You know, Billy Preston died and Sarita died. You know, when they went, "Come bring me your softness, comfort me through all this madness. Woman, don't you know with you I want again." Remember they said that together? She used to be married to Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, I saw Sarita in Boston at Paul's Mall Jazz Workshop. She was a giant talent, and the big loss. Billy Preston left a huge void. You know, where the organ stands. You know, I tell you.
Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You gotta have something if you want to be with me.
Yeah.
You know, I was just doing. I don't know if I saw you when I just finished the film with Michel Gondry. And Michel Gondry, and it's really an old, you know, in a very fantastic way, funny way to tribute to Fats Waller.
Wow.
So there's one scene on the one scene that we have on an old train where a group of us get together to pay memory to Fats Waller.
Wow.
And on a train that he died on. And in that scene, sitting up there is Steve Cropper.
Whoa.
Sitting by the dock of the bay.
Yeah.
Booker T. Jones, who lives right over here. Right over here in
Tiburon.
Yeah. Booker T. Jones, myself, McCoy Tyner, and Little Jimmy Scott.
What a sight.
Yeah, man. It was so beautiful, man. It was so beautiful. We had to see it.
When is that going to be released?
It's probably going to be released sometime, I think, after August, after the summer rush.
And the title of the film?
It's called Be Kind, Rewind.
Wow, that's a beautiful title. I like that. Be Kind, Rewind.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely. I'm going to be
Jack Black and myself.
Wow, Jack Black is so funny.
Joe Black, Jack Black, myself, and Mia Farrow.
Wow, what a lineup!
So
that's beautiful. Wow, what a fantastic movie that's
I'm
going to
really
be.
excited. It was really imaginative, really funny, but it's really in this way a tribute to Fats Waller.
Right.
Yeah.
And so Booker
you know how which comes. Booker T. We just had this one scene. Just in this one scene.
And they're playing.
No, they're not playing.
Oh,
we just all get together and talk about Fats and everything. And had this one scene.
Wow.
It is raining, and it is cold, and we're sitting up in the train car, the train car that he died in. You know, because he died of pneumonia or something. Died in the train. Just in the train car talking about Fats. So we have this in this movie. We have this 10-year anniversary that all of us get together
on the train. On that train. Wow, that sounds heavy.
It's what's going. So we get together.
Wow.
Jimmy's there. It was a beauty.
What a great thing. Yeah. You're doing some really beautiful projects, and you know, thinking back to the days when you were around San Francisco State, they used to have the Blues Festival.
Yeah.
And I was there when the Chambers Brothers came over.
The Chambers Brothers, man. I used to have this girlfriend in 1966. Boy, she loved the Chambers Brothers.
Yeah. San Francisco State actually broke them out. That's where they first hit the West Coast. San Francisco. Yeah. Time was a smash.
Time was a smash.
It was kind of an anthem of the time, actually.
I saw them at the Fillmore a couple years ago.
Really? I love them, and you know, my father was the physician for the Pointer Sisters. You know?
Oh yeah, the Pointer Sisters.
Yeah,
the Pointer Sisters from here. Sly and the Family Stone.
Right.
Let's see. You know,
I'm in touch with some of the
Ron
cats.
Stalin. You know Ron Stalin?
Yeah, no, I played with Ron at the Boom Boom Room.
You know, Ron and I went to high school together.
Right. Ron and Wayne Wallace.
What's my man used to be on drums? I think he played with Country Joe and the Fish. What's he play? Used to live on, what's his name? He sat in one night.
Chicken Hirsch, maybe.
No. What's his name? He may not play Country Joe and the Fish. He played with the blues. What's his name? God, we were all in high school together. And one night they all went down to the jazz workshop. And they were all underage. And they all wanted to see Coltrane.
Ah.
And so that night, Ron told me about this. That night, Philly Joe came in, and McCoy, not McCoy, but my man Elvin was on drums. And after the first set, they left. and so Coltrane said, "Do I have a drummer in the audience?"
Oh yeah, I remember you told me that story. Who was the cat?
What's my man's name? Ron knows who it is. Ron, you talk about Ron.
Ron, if you hear us out there, please call in and let us know.
He came with it. We all went to high school. We all went to George Washington High School together.
Wow.
And these are guys who were much more advanced. Most of us were still hovering around Motown, you know, in 1963, 1964. These boys had moved into Coltrane.
Right.
They were musicians. They had moved into Coltrane and Miles and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? It took me a couple more years to move into Miles and all of at that time once you start hitting Bob Dylan and early Jefferson Airplane and Grateful Dead and start hitting Mick Jagger and the Stones back then. Cats go back that far, you know, and then you get into of course my band, Jimmy, man. Ain't nobody like Jimi Hendrix, man.
Yeah.
The greatest guitar player ever, man. You know.
Yeah.
You know, Jimmy, and then you move into real serious Train, and then you got Farrell, and you got all that whole group that came up during that particular point in time. And I'm not pulling Ornette Coleman. I'm not pulling all of them off my head right now, you know. Because you listen to everybody then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this was a fertile time for music here. And for some reason, this was the flashpoint right here, you know? Yeah. Well, that's great that you were here for all that. And now you're involved with a lot of musicians, and as we all know, the elder musicians a lot of times don't have insurance and medical scene, you know, and so you're helping to spread the message of the Jazz Foundation of America.
Jazz Foundation of America. You know, Wendy Eisenhorn and that she runs that. She's been amazing. You know, and you know.
Yeah, that's
Richard Parson.
They're doing some real action there, really helping out.
Helping raising money. You know, Agnes Barris, who's on the board, and all of them were doing great work.
It's a beautiful thing. I know a lot of musicians who have been helped out by the Jazz Foundation.